I want you to understand why perfecting your volley shots is so critical, and why we slow them down to basic motions. First, take a look at a very advanced player making 2 volley kicks. Both kicks seem very good. However, when we slow them down and look at the ball flight, you'll notice that one shot is on goal and the other is high. The minor difference in execution is very slight. However, the results difference is huge.
Introduction to the volley is pretty simple, but what we need to do first is we've got to teach you the wrong way to kick. And let's look at the wrong way to kick. Lindsay, what I want you to do is when you come in and I want you to show them the wrong way, I want you to stop your body motion and kick a ball like 90% of youth players do. So I'm just going to bounce you a ball, half volley, full volley, doesn't matter, just gently come in and kick it. There we go. Ryan, same thing, ready? Just come in gently, stop, and do a volley. Good. Now, here's what we want to try and correct. Normally on a volley kick, we see players stop and kick. That arc angle that we always talk about, now our foot's following the upward motion, and like we said, 71% of volley shots or finishing shots in a game go where? Over the net. Because our body motion has stopped and our angle of our kick is upward. Inside, top of foot, outside of foot, it doesn't matter. We're going to correct that by doing 2 things. Forward motion and allowing the thigh and knee to be the leading factor. Here's a simple way that we can go ahead and fix a volley kick. These are actually drain spout extensions, and you can buy them. They come about 3 feet long, cost about $5. Take a saw and cut them off into different lengths. You can do them at 3 inches, 10 inches, all different sizes, and guess what they do? They hold up a soccer ball very nicely, and they're lightweight. What I like to see, and it helps with plant foot positioning, is I like to see the ball frozen in time. A big mistake that we make is players step behind the ball when they volley kick. What that does is it forces the upward motion. We want you to crowd the ball. Again, we're stepping closer to the ball and we're just stepping through. We're not kicking. We don't want to kick. If we kick, we have to pause and our motion stops and the ball will always go high. So what we want to do, simply step in close to the ball, step through, and what helps us is we step over the tube with our toe pointed down on a straight kick, or our toes sideways all the way over the tube. So after the ball leaves, we step over it. That's the feeling that we want to get. We want to understand that we want to pause, let the thigh and knee carry through, and keep going forward. All we're going to do on this is we're going to come in, laces, our knee and our thigh aim towards the bottom of the net. That's what pushes through. We push our knee and our thigh. The foot stays behind it the whole time. Come in. That's the motion. Side of the foot. That's the motion. Outside of the foot. You'll notice that my foot doesn't release and I don't kick. I'm pausing it and just pulling through that V-swing. Every single shot will go low if you can master that. All right, now we're actually going to kick the ball. And what we want to do is we want to do this in slow motion. I'm going to do the first one, and what I'm going to do is we're going to learn a straight volley, where our leg comes straight back, straight forward, and we always keep going forward. We keep our toe down until we step over the cone and then down. So the motion looks like this. That's where we want to be. We want to step through that with our toe down and then down. When we eventually speed this up, we can actually come inside of the foot, and we can do this with a very hard push, and we can add power to it later. The shot will be hard, but if we focus on the top quadrant of the ball, we let our body never stop, let our knee go towards the bottom, it's always low 100% of the time. And we just simply go. Very powerful shot. You don't have to kick it hard. The ball goes low every single time.
Remember, the correct form on a volley kick can never be learned until we do this step. We have to use the frozen ball or very slow motion reprogramming phase first. The next step is to introduce a slower bouncing ball. More control, the ball is simply bounced in front of us. Then we move to balls being thrown towards the player. Anytime you see the foot flipping through, it's time to back up, slow down, and reprogram again.
What I've got behind my back is the best 49 cents you'll spend on your soccer team or your soccer player on their entire career. And what it is just marker tape. And I want you to go buy this at Home Depot, Lowe's, hardware store, tie it to one side and tie it at about 2 to 3 feet. Then what we're going to do is we're going to pull it all the way across. And we're going to tie it off here. Now, the point of this and the game of it is no goal counts during your practice unless it goes under the tape. Every shot has to be low. It's easy to shoot high. It's easy to shoot over the net, but it's hard to shoot low. It's a wonderful drill, and if you can get soccer players in this mentality, it's going to do wonders for you. Normally, 70% of these balls are going to go up high, and what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try and get every one of them low and under that tape. A little slow motion, exaggerated. I'm going to do front, side, anything I can do, but I'm going to exaggerate and try and let my hip step through.